Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. When you're tuned in, you're with Lady Business and Give It to the People Radio, where you're going to get enlightened, enhanced, empowered, and enriched. Make sure that you always tune in to Give It to the People Radio.
I want you to look inside of your booklet. When you get to your booklet, this is going to be our first exercise, because what we do is called the CALM method. And so Montro Brown and I decided to come up with this whole CALM method because this is what helps us to be a couplepreneur group that is in business. Is we realized CALM was one of the things that I think that you really need that we don't get enough of. So Montro, can you tell them what CALM really means to you? Like, what has it done for your life?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but the last couple of years have been full of a lot of things going on. I mean, it's a lot of stressing going on right now. And if you didn't learn to take time for yourself to think about things that's on your mind, or to take a break, it's no way you couldn't have learned to do that in the last couple of years. So in the meantime, I was really bad about not taking a break. I mean, keeping on hours upon end, and I had to stop that. It wasn't doing me any good. So it's just the simple things I learned to do, to actually stop and take a break, to do whatever. I mean, I had to learn to do that simply, whether it's, you got to go in the room, turn on some music. I'll go on YouTube, find funny clips or whatever.
They're all cat videos.
Yeah, it'd be mad cat videos.
Cat and dog videos is what
I like animals.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning and you hear
listen,
meow. It's out of control. I just want y'all. That's what it is, just in case.
Something simple, just funny animal videos, whatever. I'll pull up a comedy. I mean, laughter helps a lot, So, music, take a walk, do a little bit of working out, exercising if you can. You don't have to do it for long periods of time. Just something just to get your mind off of whatever it is that's might be getting you down a little bit, So just the simple things like that.
I love that. So it's a couple of things that we've implemented today that you'll be able to just kind of go around the room. So they're like small little activations. Just FYI. You'll see that we simplified things down a little bit because we were going to do all of the fabric, cover cloth, table. It's COVID. We just want everything as simple as possible. Okay, so we were like, let's pare it down a little bit. So when you go to the activation stations, couple of things. And that goes along with what he said with the CALM method. It's some books that we love that are on that table right there. On that table over there in the second one, you will see that you have 2 pairs of headphones. So those are going to be some meditation music that you can just kind of listen to today. And in this way, that's one of the things that we found that has helped with breathing, being able to calm yourself, being able to center yourself and kind of focus on your work. Because sometimes words don't help you focus. Sometimes you just need a sound. So if you want to check those out, they're right there. In addition to that, you see that blue tent in the back? So that's our CALM tent. Go in there and be by yourself and just don't yell, okay? But that's a specific place for you to just go and sit and just be by yourself. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed, right? And so we suggest that you actually create a calm area in your home or in your car or whatever, but we wanted to delineate a specific space for that today so you can literally zip yourself up inside of there and have a calm moment. If you want to turn it around and you want to look at the woods and be by yourself, go in there and have a calm moment, okay? If you want to take the headphones and you want the meditation music, go into the calm pod over there. Next to that, we have some items that help us to be calm as well that we've noticed throughout the pandemic really are central to you being calm. And for me, that's going to be scent, right? So if anybody, I do all kinds of crazy videos and things. And I did this video that basically told you, like, if you're overwhelmed, if you're having a problem, what you need to do is you need to wash your ass, right? Get in the shower, literally. Wash your ass, right? Get in the shower and take a nap. And when you wake up, the world is wonderful. So on that table, we have two different clients of mine. One is going to have candles that are in the back, and she is based in Rayford, North Carolina, and she has her own candle making factory, and it's Southern Elegance Candle Company. So she has an actual factory that's here. She's been on Good Morning America. She's selling her candles in over 300 different stores. So that is something that you can literally go online and purchase. And then next to it, the scents that I love, we have another client. Jill, raise your hand. Boom. Okay, So Sincere Soaps is here, and she hand makes soaps, and she's based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So everything is natural essential oils. Jill is a cancer survivor. Jill is also a woman that is ready to leave her day job, but she's not going to retire yet. Not yet, right? You still there? Okay, she's going to stay there, but she's already in the process of, she's been doing it for a couple years with her business, so that when she does retire, she has something that she can do afterwards. So you can go over there and you can kind of smell the soaps, and then you can make purchases. So, and you can talk to Jill too. Right there, you have a little selfie area, so that this way you can take pictures of your own self, and then we'll bring the light back over there. So anytime you feel like you want to do that, and then those are just some things to help you kind of think about amplifying, but I'll talk about that a little bit more with the presentation at the end. In the middle, those are some things for you to think about. We don't reward ourselves enough. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. And one thing that we don't do sometimes is focus on time. But time is the only thing that's not renewable. Like, you can get more money, you can get more things, you can't get more time. So we want to make sure that you focus on time this year. After that, then you have my book, The 90-Day Focus, which is here to help you create an action plan for your life. And so I'll talk about that a little bit more later, right? And then over there, you can take your selfies, all right? So now what I want you to do, look inside when you get to the introduction. How many of you know about Game of Thrones? Anybody? Okay. How many of you watch the whole everything with Game of Thrones? So, this is not a lot of people that know about Game of Thrones. But in Game of Thrones, there is a woman, and her name is Daenerys Targaryen. You don't have to worry about the whole thing, but if you've seen the dragons, she's the one who controls the dragons. She has her own intro that she says to people whenever she really goes to take over somebody's country. She's confident. She is the type of person who you want on your side because those dragons are behind her, ready to burn down the world for her, okay? So this is her introduction that she does to the world, and you can read it. I want you to put your own introduction in here, okay? And then I want you to tell us your introduction today. Now, you can put the name of your business in it if you want to, but you don't have to, and we can kind of figure out what you do, all right? So fill in the areas, and so your name, whatever your name is, right? And then you're the, whatever you are, right? Of, and that could be the place, you could be the name of your business, you know, however you want to do it. It could be your family name, however you feel like. Give us something in there that kind of tells us what you do, and you can kind of fill those in. But if you see her example on the top, then this way it'll give you time to fill that out. So go ahead and fill that out for us, and then we're going to go around and do some introductions really quickly. Now, I'm not going to put anybody on the spot, so it's whoever wants to read their introduction. But you can make it as fancy razzle-dazzle as you want. I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to say. Until I put you on the spot?
Until she puts you on the spot. So,
does anybody have theirs done yet? Oh, we got one. Okay, we got two. All right, so. Oh, we got three. Okay, so who would like to go first? You want to go first since you raised your hand? Okay, you want to come up here? Or can you say it? No, come on up here. Come on up here. All right, give her a round of applause for just coming on up here.
Look, okay, you see mine. I'm Sheena White of the No Space Like Home, the first Black woman veteran owner of a co-working space in downtown Greensboro, the first of its kind. I am the comfort curating co-worker of Fiber Space and cultivator of creativity for you to share your gifts and talents with the world.
Ooh, okay, all right. Woo! And we have to give her an extra round of applause. She just opened the co-working space on Monday, her official grand opening. And it is available for rent, and it is available for co-working. So that means that you have a new place to go and spend your time and spend your money. Black-owned, woman-owned, veteran-owned, the trifecta, all right? And cuteness on, too. Add cuteness on there. Make it a quad, okay? She's going to give you a look. I love that. All right, who else wants to go? Come on up, come on up. Oh, just both of y'all, come on up. No, just both come up, then this way we'll rock it out. Yes. I'm excited. I know you're going to say something good.
I'm going to try to. I'm Erica Hendricks, the vision caster of Seawell, the Queen of Eyes, and fashionista extraordinaire of Lady E-Specs.
All right. Woo, I love that. Okay, so Erica has a beautiful company, and she sells her own. Well, she makes them handcrafted, gets them made, makes them, it's her company, wooden frames. So if you see her frames on, so if you need to get lenses, you want some funky eyewear, you want something that's unique, you can even put your name on it. Amazing stuff, okay? All right, so give it up for Erica. Woo!
My name is Paris JL, the Chief Creative Director, Designer, and Stylist of the Diary 5140. The Diary 5140, the diary of the artist, creator of greatness, and a blessed heart.
Okay. All right. So Paris JL is a fellow New Yorker. Ooh, ooh, ow, yeah. A New Yorker that has now come down to North Carolina to just give you her fabulousness. And she curates boxes and she makes clothing. So if you want something unique, then I would strongly suggest that you get her to custom make something for you, all right? Okay. So I'm going to do mine, unless, is there one more person that wants to go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, thank you. So, I am Chisa, the curator of dopeness, of Thick Haven, color killer of Mount Vernon Nights, quality composer, legacy of Queens, and I'm of Give It to the People. All right, woo! Yes! All right, so now we have that, all right? So, what we're gonna do is jump into this calmness. So I want you to go to the sheet that says goals, right? And on the goal sheet, and these things, this is an action guide for you, right? We also have resources that are inside of here. But on the goals, I want you to look at this, and I want you to prioritize, right? Which things are going to be the most important for you to do over the next 30 days with your business, okay? Now, some of these things you've already done because you probably did it at the end of last year. Some of these things you might not have done, and now you want to implement into this year's strategy. And some things you know you need to prioritize them, but now it gives you a tangible list of things to look at so that you can do that. So I want you to look over this list, and you don't have to fill it all out right now. You can take it with you, but this will be a way for you to see with your goals what you really need to work on. Now, typically I tell people to do things in 90-day increments, which I'm still going to tell you to do that, but if you just focus on what you need to do each individual month, that can really be a help to you so that you know, well, this is what I need to focus on right now. And based on that, then that's how you start to do your marketing, that's how you start to allocate your time and your funds, and then also outsource what you need to outsource to other people, all right? So that can be a helpful thing to you. Now, is there anything that sticks out to anybody that's on this list as far as the goals? Let me know anything that sticks out to you, that you know you definitely really want to work on over the next 30 days. Operations? Okay. Marketing? Press releases? Okay, what else did you say? Accounting? All right, so now this is the thing. The reason that this goals list is here is so that you can then interpret which type of mentor you need to meet with. So when you go through this goals list, this is something, again, that you can take home. I would love it if you will then send me a message, and then hopefully we can kind of pair you up with a mentor or somebody that is well-versed in that particular area, and then you can get the help that you need. Some of it is because you just don't know who to get. So I've been teaching classes for, I don't know, over 10 years now, and people will say, can you recommend an accountant to me? Can you recommend a such and such to me? I have no problem recommending somebody to you that can help you with those tools. But do not forget, you can find somebody at SCORE that probably fits each one of those individual areas. So when you meet with Rich, just find out, you know, like, this is what I need help with, and then he can help you to match up with a mentor that can help you with those things that'll be ongoing. Now, the reason I'm giving you him specifically is because SCORE is funded by the SBA, which means that you do not then have to pay for any services through SCORE. Everything is free. So if you needed somebody and budget was an issue, then this way you can go ahead and you can work with them specifically. Some other people may charge, because please, when you come to me, I am going to charge you. Just know that that's going to happen. Okay? And then there are other people in the room where their knowledge and expertise you're getting today for free, complimentary, but they will charge you because this is a part of their business. So I want to make sure that people understand there is a clear distinction between mentorship and coaching. And they are not the same thing. And so that doesn't mean that your coach can't be a mentor to you as well, just depending on how you see them. But if people are charging for their services, I'm hoping that in 2022, we understand that we need to pay for some services, right? Does everybody pay for food? Okay, it's the same thing. This is food for your business. And so I know that you understand that because you've already invested in yourself today. Now, what I want you to do is jump over to the section that says clarify, all right? Now, when you get to clarify, this is how I want you to think about doing some of your marketing going into this year. There is a problem that you solve for somebody. So I want you to write down those problems, and I want you to think about the different types of clients that you have, because you may serve a different type of client that's in a different demographic. They could be a different race, they could be a different gender, and there are opportunities in you really understanding the problem that each of those people actually have. Write those problems down. And then I want you to think about your solution to those problems, which is probably pay you, right? Hire you, and then you have, that's the solution, pay me, and then you can get it done. But think about how that solution affects that person so that this way you can market and talk to them directly, right? So who has a problem that they solve? Somebody raise your hand. What problem do you solve for people? Okay, hit it. Okay, no access to resources. No or limited access to resources. Okay, so how do you help solve that?
I have, over the past year, I've built up my network of resources that I provide for my members at my co-working space.
Okay, all right. And so give me a problem that people keep coming to you with, where they need help with it.
One of it is funding.
Okay.
So access to capital.
Okay.
Some of it is marketing, website, help. Just really want to talk about business coaching, and different things.
Okay, love that. So guess what? As you look in your resource guide, if you go a little bit further into the resource guide, what we've put together for you is a list of different places where you can get grants from, okay? So if money is an issue, boom, there's specific resources. Now, this is a PDF, so you can't click on it, but the link is there. You know, you're like, I mean, wouldn't that be great? That's gonna be the next thing that they invent, PDFs that you can click on in real life. But you can just get the links, and these are things that are happening now. There's a specific grant for people that are in North Carolina that is happening right now, the NC Recovery Grant, that you would need to apply for by the 31st, okay? So just FYI, this is how those funds have been allocated from, you know, COVID and everything to the state. So depending upon if your business was in existence during that time frame, that is something that you can apply for. If you look on there, also NC Idea, their new grant cycle starts back up on January 31st. And I want to point out one of our sponsors / recipients of one of those grants. Ms. Wright, can you stand up for the people? I know, you know, I just, yes, she like she don't know. She know. Okay, so please tell them how much money you just got. And I'm not trying to like put your business out there, but they already put it out in the streets, and it's like common knowledge because she won one of the grants that was worth.
Which one I got to?
Oh, so, okay,
she said two.
Yes. Okay.
She said two.
The $50,000 one. No. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But you were still a part of that. Yes.
Regional impact grant.
Yes.
Was given to, through Black Girl Magic Market. We partnered with them along with, they did the different regions, so Western region, North Collectives, and then there's another one, I can't think of the name, but yeah, we got that one. And then the other grant that I got was a $5,000 grant, which helped me provide a entrepreneurship program, which starts next week.
Yes. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, so I'm just telling you that there is funding that's out there available. And previously, just to be honest with you, they weren't giving out as many grants as they are now. They just were not. Like I used to tell people, please stop starting businesses telling people you're going to get grants. But if you look in here, these are some grants. Some, and you just have to check them, some are a little bit more women-based, some may be minority-based. But I tried to pick the things that are the most general that would be able to help your business. So if that's something for you to take into consideration, then do that. And then if you see, the last thing on there is show it. So when we're talking about show it, I want you to think about how you're going to show people that this is the problem and this is how I solve it. And so there are plenty of places that you can go where you can get videos, you can create, podcasts, you can create blogs. I mean, it's a lot of different things that you can do to show that person that you are the one that can help solve their problem, all right? So I just want you guys to think about that with the clarify section. Now, the mission statement is for you to take home. You also have the considerations for the website, which is up there. And so if you're thinking about like designing your website, redesigning it, these are some things that you want to take into consideration with it. And so we wanted to make this guide comprehensive for you, super easy to follow. But I know that sometimes you get so overwhelmed with everything you have to do in your business. These are things that maybe you just don't think of. And now's the time to do that refresh for them. So if you notice the quotables page, what's going to happen is we're going to have another panel, and then we're going to have our keynote speaker for the day, LaShawn Harley. Love her to death. We'll talk more about her in a few. But I know that somebody is going to drop some juicy tidbits. There are going to be some quotables that come out today that you're going to be like, oh, I wish I wrote that down. So that is your page to write those quotables down. And then this way we can go ahead and we can share some of that content that you really loved on social media. So if somebody says something that you really love, then this is your place to be able to kind of go ahead and write that down, to remember that key thing, and then utilize that as more power to help you manifest what you want to do with your year, okay? So does anybody have any questions so far? Is everybody okay?
Thank you so much for listening to Give It to the People Radio. Make sure that you follow us online at ladybusiness.com, LadyBizness. We look forward to helping you grow, sustain, and maintain your business.